Hello everyone, this is Mallory Fields and this is my informative speech. So for today I'm doing my speech on the pop icons from the 1900s until today topic, and I chose to do mine on Whitney Houston. So the reason I chose this topic is because I really enjoy music. I love any kind of music, history, new, old, anything like that. It really sparks an interest in me, and I listen to music all the time when I'm, sad, happy, mad, whatever. And Whitney Houston's music really helps soothe and relieve the stress or anger or anything that I have going on. So I really like listening to her music. So let's get right into this. So Whitney Houston was actually the first woman to ever enter the Billboard 200 with her #1 album named Whitney. And she was also the first artist to ever have 7 consecutive #1 hits. And she was also, she earned longest reigning #1 single on the Hot 100 with her song I Will Always Love You, which was the famous song that was on Titanic that lots and lots of people know. And she also sold over 200 million records worldwide and has been one of the #1 best-selling record artists. Still to this day, she is, because of how well known her music is and how well her career in music lives on. So Whitney actually became famous in 1985, and she became famous after she released her album, and she just instantly became a pop sensation to everybody. Everybody knew who Whitney Houston was in that day and time. And just, whenever she released that album, everyone listened to it, and everyone just fell in love with her music, fell in love with who she was and what she had to offer. So her audience actually says that she really, really connected with them very well, and they really loved that about her, was that, she was able to connect with them on a personal yet also musical level. And, whenever you're an artist, people really like that, whenever they can connect with you. They really, really enjoy that. So that was one of her big things, was being able to connect with her audience. And they also said that her songs included words of wisdom, and that she was also empowering, and that she inspired lots of people. So since she was an African American artist, she actually really inspired other African American artists to step out of their shells and to become more in tune with their music and not be afraid of putting themselves out there, because she wasn't afraid to put herself out there. Just because you're African American, doesn't mean that you have to be scared to put your music out there. So she really helped lots and lots of people be able to do that. And she also helped to remove racist attitudes towards people. So, with her music, the way that she put herself out there, and also her music, that really helped with that. That also goes along with the whole thing that I said about the African American artists. So actually, Whitney Houston is not living anymore, if you did not know that. She died in 2012, February 11th. She was 48 years old, and her main cause of death was her drug abuse. Now, her drug abuse was very public already, and that happened to add a lot of stress, and also, her pressure of being famous also added that. And also, she had a daughter named Bobby that also escalated her drug abuse. And another thing was that she was sexually abused quite a few times in the past. So, her sexual abuse, her her stress of everybody knowing that she was already abusing drugs, and the pressure of being famous, and also her daughter were big reasons to why she even started drugs. And that sounds really bad about, oh, she had a daughter, so she started doing drugs. Having children is a big thing, and maybe her and her husband just weren't really ready for that because they were both famous because of music. And, that's a big thing. Already having a child is really big, but also both of you being famous, that adds extra stress and pressure onto you and your child because your child is going to be somewhat famous since you are. So I guess she was just really stressed and just very overwhelmed by all of that. So her drug abuse was mainly cocaine. She did a lot of cocaine, but she also smoked marijuana and she did pills and all of that stuff. But they said her main cause of death was obviously because of her drug abuse, but she had an accidental drowning because of it. And also she had heart disease. So that was another big thing. She was also in treatment multiple times, addiction treatment. She was listed for that about 3 times, and every single time that she went, she got treated, but then she would relapse. So she would have to go back and get treated again, and then relapse again, and then go back again, get treated again, and then the very last time that she relapsed was the time that she passed away. And then her daughter actually also passed away 3 years after Whitney did. She died in 2015. She was only 22 years old, and her cause of death was pneumonia. She was actually in a coma for about 6 months with a very rare type of pneumonia, and she ended up passing. All I have for today for this topic. I hope this helped you learn a little more about Whitney Houston and how she was an impact on the music world. Thank you.